Hey guys, Paradox Programming here, and today we're going to make something slightly different. Today we're going to make a stock market simulator. Now, if you don't know what a stock market is, look it up. But today, we're going to make a few companies with shares, hopefully a limited amount of shares if you get time to do that, and we're going to make so you can buy them, sell them, and you can go bankrupt basically, and the prices change randomly, but not as random as you might think. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is import random, because when you import modules, you always want them to go at the top. Now, the first thing you want is your credits. So we're going to go with a fictional currency here that's seen in most sci-fi films. Credits. Now we'll start off at 100. Doesn't really matter what we start off at, just random. Okay, so now we're going to do a bunch of companies and how many available shares they have. So I want to make it. Actually, no, we'll add availability later on. Let's just add the companies and their shares, okay? Okay, guys. So what I've done here is I've written down the credits that you own, and then I've split up the list to make it easier for you to understand. So what we've got the prices of each share when you buy them. This will change. And then we've got the actual, Coca-Cola's. I've done Coca-Cola, Apple, and eBay. They all sell shares. I'm just doing random. So that's the price of each individual share. Now these are what you own, how many of these companies' shares you own, so Coca-Cola shares, and the value of all of your shares together. Now there is one more thing we need. We need a difference thing which allows it so basically this is how much your Coca-Colas change by. So this is how much every time you skip a turn or wait a year or something, how much the value changes. So you type in difference, and this is where the random comes in. Equals, say, difference underscore in the company, so the Coca-Cola, equals 2 maximum, because we don't want to go down to 0. We can make it do that. Difference of underscore Apple, that would be equal to, say, it's quite more expensive. Let me get 6 at maximum, and difference underscore eBay. These are random. I'm pretty sure Apple's more successful than eBay, and Coca-Cola is more successful than them. eBay will do 9. Yeah, Apple will do 5. Let's do 5. Okay, so now we've got the differences. Let's start. So we start off the day because it's going to be an internal game. Really, it's like an incrementer. It just goes up and up and up, and never ends. While true. So that's going to make it go on forever. We're not going to break out of this unless you say go bankrupt. That's pretty much it. While true. Okay. Print. It is day. And then we're going to make it so there's a day value as well. So what day you're on. Day equals 1. It is day plus str day. And we'll make that increment at the very end by 1. It is day 1. So we'll just end that there. And then we'll do day plus, this is the end of it, plus equals 1, which would add 1 to day. Now, okay, so basically, we also need like a list of companies, don't we? So basically, it's going to ask you, print, which company would you like to buy shares from? Then we're going to need a list of companies. So we know Coca-Cola, Apple, and eBay exist. So we're going to have to do it so we're going to make a list. Okay, so the actual companies, and these are going to be strings because we're going to type this in. It's going to make it equal this. So we want Coca-Cola, Apple, and eBay. Now what I've done here is I've simply made it so there's a list of companies. You type them in when it asks you, and then it compares it, and you have to make sure there's a list for the prices. So it knows when you see this company, print this price for the share. but it has to be in the same order on the list because we're going to make it so it's a set number, an index, and it's going to be the same index for each one. So you can't put Coca-Cola at the end and Coca-Cola at the beginning. It wouldn't work. So, and we're going to make it simple. We're going to make it so your input's a number. So what company would you like to buy shares from? You've got to do, say, 1 is Coca-Cola, and make sure you type in Coca-Cola. 2 is Apple, and 3 is eBay. So then we're going to make it so company that you've chosen, so for the company, equals int input. Now we're not going to do like a bunch of try and accept statements for now. That's just boring because no one else is going to play this but me. You know, no one really cares about these programs. It's just testing your skill, I guess. Now then we're going to do print the price of a share from, and then we'll do the company. So what you've got to do is do that, and you've got to add in the list or array companies, square bracket, because we're doing the index, company. So that will give us the company that you want. But remember, we put 1 as Coca-Cola. So that means the index will be 1 too high, because remember, their lists start from 0. Anything starts from 0. So you've got to do company minus 1. And then we've got to do plus. Okay, the price of a share from Coca-Cola is, and then we do another plus, str company's prices, and then we do a square bracket, and we do company minus 1. Finish that off, and then finish the curly bracket off. And there we go. Okay, so if we run this, let's see how it works. We'll also do input here. Let's see if this works for now. Ready? Run. We'll save it. Save. Do you want to replace? Yes. I didn't really try that. Coca-Cola is not defined. Okay, let's have a look at that then, shall we? Well, it's a very simple problem there. The list comes before the actual variables are defined, so we've got to put that after. There we go. Now let's run it. Okay, what company would you like to buy shares from? 1, 2, or 3? So if we just type in, we type in 1. The price of a share from Coca-Cola is 12. It works, guys. It works. Okay. So from now on, because I don't want this video to be too long, I want it to be preferably less than 20 minutes, I'm going to cut between parts rather than writing it all out in front of you. Okay? Let's do that instead. Okay, guys, I did quite a bit while I was paused there. So what I've done is I've simply added a full stop there in credits, so you know how many credits you bought. So what it does is you now have this many credits, right? That's what you currently have. How many would you like to buy? Or after you pick your company. And then you pick quantity equals input, and the cost of all of it is the price of the shares, so you go the company prices, times the quantity. And you do if cost is greater than your credits, it prints you do not have enough credits for this transaction. We'll get more into that later. We'll develop more on that. And it does else credits minus equals cost, so credits will be taken away by cost. Print you now have this many credits. Company shares company. So these okay, we've made lists for all of these other lists here, the shares and the values. And the reason that we've made actual separate, say like values for shares, rather than just timesing it to get what the value is, we made a completely different variable. And the reason is for that is because you might buy more shares when the value changes. So the entire value overall could be different compared to the current value when you buy them, if that makes any sense. So we've got that. And then, okay, once it's added that to, it does, company shares, your company, those finds want that value, and it adds the quantity. Print, you now have that company, that many shares. You now have, whatever, Coca-Cola, you now have Coca-Cola, no, you now have 20 Coca-Cola shares or whatever. And the day passes. So let's run this and see how it goes. Okay, what company would you like to buy shares from? 1. Oh, I'm not in the right section. 1. The price of a share from Coca-Cola is 12 credits. You have 100 credits. How many would you like to buy? I would like to buy 10. You don't have enough credits for this transaction. It is day 2. So the day's passed, of course, because we made it as an if-else statement, and it just ends the day if it's an if. What company would you like to buy shares from? Let's do Apple. The price of a share from Apple is 53 credits. You now have 100 credits. How many would you like to buy? Let's buy 1. You now have 47 credits. You now have 1 Apple share. Yeah, I don't know how to make it so, like, well, I could make it so if you had 1 share of anything, it would just say share rather than shares, but I don't care about that, really. You're probably not going to buy one of those straight away. So, that works. And then we go next day. It's day 3. Coca-Cola. It all works. It's fine and dandy. Let's get, okay. Okay. So, what I'm going to add in now is selling, basically, selling your shares, and then we'll add in value changes. Small little addition here, I just want to mention. Okay, so we're done with the buying section. Basically, it works like this. So you keep going. It's the first thing that you get the day, and then it asks you what company. And if you don't want to buy anything, if you're done, type in N to finish. Company equals input, so we've changed it from int input because you can't do strict letters in int, turning them into integers. If company equals N, it's got to be a double equal, sorry. Breaks, then it goes to the selling part phase. Else, company equals int company. So you take what company equals and just int it because it's not going to be anything else. And that's how you finish that bit. So I'll come back when I'm done with the selling part and it'll be roughly the same, roughly. One more thing. When you're doing int of variables, you don't need to put these little bits in. They don't mean anything. Just take them out. Sorry about that. Actually, I'll just going through this, guys. It's very similar, actually, the selling part. Because this is basically a replica of this bit. Saying how many shares you have, what's the cost of each one, when you type in your company, all the same. But I realised we don't actually need the value ones after all anyway. We don't need the value variables. They have some use. They can tell you how much profit you've made, basically, of the ones you've sold after you've bought them all. But they pretty much have no use. I've just realised I haven't actually used them in the previous section anyway. Because they have no use. You don't need them, but it's nice to have them. It just tells you what value or how much profit you've made, how much you've spent, and how much you can make money off when you sell them. So they're useless, really. I might leave them there just in case, but I think I won't use them now, just to let you know. Okay, guys, so what I did while I was gone is I changed it so that the if statement and else for the cost thing is while. So rather than just ending the day, what it does is it keeps asking you to put in, you don't have enough credits until you put in, if you have that many credits, if you have the right amount. Just keep doing that. And then it does the credits thing, and then we go on to, when you're done with this, you finish, and then we go on to the selling part. So we do company equals input, blah, blah, blah. Company equals int company, print the price of a share from that company's blah, all the same. Quantity equals input, while quantity is greater than company shares. Oh yeah, since we're doing a while, we don't need the else, so you can just move everything else under the else indentation and move it backwards one. After the while, as long as it's you have that many shares, it checks the company shares in the company and how many shares you have of that company, because in that list we have your shares. So it checks the quantity is not greater than that, then you sell that. So that way we don't get a negative amount of shares in that quantity. Value equals quantity. This is basically the cost, but reversed. It's quantity times the company's prices of that share. So you take the quantity you wanted to sell. Credits add that value, so you're getting money back. And it says you now have this many credits. Print company, and you take the shares that you have in that company and you subtract the quantity, so you have less shares. Print, you now have blah 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 blah. You have this many shares from this company. And now, we'll do the difference part now. Actually, no, let's run it first, see how it goes. Okay, let's just expand it a bit. Okay. There we go. Now, what would you like to? I would like to buy from Coca-Cola. Sorry, what am I doing? I need to do numbers. Let me try that again. Okay, so I'd like to buy some from Coca-Cola. The price of a share of Coca-Cola is 12. Yeah, now 100 credits. How many would you like to buy? Let's do 3. You now have 64 credits, which is correct because 36 is 3 times 12. You have 3 Coca-Cola shares. It is day 1. What company? Ah, yes. I actually, for 1 sec. Oh, what do you know? We've made it, so no matter what, it will just carry on going. What we've got to do is, because this won't happen again if you break inside this bracket, is we've got to put this so it only prints the day once and put it inside the else section. Actually, no. Paste it there. Right. Actually, yeah. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll do another while true. This will be the main one of the day. And we'll indent everything. And then we'll put the day at the beginning of that. That was good, because this while true is going to be if you, say, have no money left. There we go. So now I'll put the day once. Let's run it. One, okay, 3. Okay, let's do N. What company would you like to sell shares from? Okay, let's do Coca-Cola. Let's do 2. You now have 88 credits, good, because I only have 12. I have 1 Coca-Cola. It all works. So now to finish off, we've got to make a difference. Okay. Oh yeah, actually no, cancel. Let's see if... Maybe that was just a problem. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay. Now I'm going to do the difference, and if you have too little money, okay? Okay, almost done. It's very simple. There's a pretty quick way to do this. You can do 4i in a list of, say, the different prices, and then you could just do the index, that number, that value, is equal to the difference in a different list. So you could do it that way, but I've just done it this way. Then Coca-Cola price at the end, after all of this, is random.roundin, Coca-Cola price. So it picks from that number to that number. So you do Coca-Cola price minus the difference of the Coca-Cola, which is 2, all the way up to Coca-Cola plus the difference of 2. I've done the same with Apple, plus and minus 5, and eBay, plus or minus 9. So it could be 18 different numbers at one. The date adds to 1. And what we're going to do quickly is we're going to make it, we're going to make it so, and the last little touch is, if, and we want to make zero credit, if credits is less than or equal to 0, if less than or equal to 0, and say company shares, actually no, copy this, that one, plus this, equals 0. So you actually have no shares whatsoever, and you've got no credits. So we've got to do a double equals there, haven't we? And put these in brackets just to make sure. So it knows that these are the same condition. Break. Now I think this will work. Okay, let's just do N is day 2. What company would you like to buy from? It should work anyway. Let's just do 1 Coca-Cola. Oh, the price for Coca-Cola is still 12 credits. 0. Okay. Oh, let's buy from Apple. I'll be right back. Anyway, guys, I think that is done. Yeah, that is right. I mean, I've done the differences right, so it should change correctly. There's no syntax error. That's correct. Pick random integer from there to there. Anyway, so that's done. That's it. So thank you so much for watching, guys, this Python tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.